Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Lexx Education. It's the first episode of Season 3, our arbitrary seasons. It's the Comedy Science podcast where comedian me, Laura Lexx, tries to learn some sort of science from her nerdy little Brussels-dwelling brother, Ron.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Ron.
Oh, mais oui, il est Ron.
Dare I say, Ronjour?
Love it. Nous sommes Ron. Tout le
I don't know
monde.
what that means.
We are Ron.
Right, okay.
All the world. I think that's what I said. We are Ron, everyone. I'll ask Duo later. That owl's always on my fucking back.
God, I want a holiday from the fucking owl, to be honest.
Can't you just buy like 7 streaks and just pow a week of streaks?
No, Laura, I can't because I accidentally spent 2,000 fucking gems to stay in Ruby League by accident because you can do that in one click. I couldn't give a shit which league I am. I can't believe I'm even in Ruby to start with. I do the bare minsies every day.
Wow, Ruby
Yeah.
League. I think I'm in Pearl. I like hanging out in Pearl. I feel like I'm with the fluctuators in Pearl.
I bounce between Ruby and Sapphire, and frankly, if all you need to do is the minimum every day to reach those, then these things are a joke.
Yeah. Wow. No, I mean, I do the daily quests every day. So I tend to do between 3 and 4 a day.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm motivated, but when I'm motivated, I just get it done early. I don't do more.
It depends. Like some of them I find more boring than others. Like the ones where you've got like 8 lessons to complete one circle, and they're all on the same words. And the talking ones where you just say the same sentence 9 times in a row, like an absolute goose. Woof. I don't care for those.
And just because like you've hidden a different word in that sentence, I'm not a baby. I know. Like
Object permanence.
Yeah.
Ah. Yes, I'm doing j'ai acheté le pain. J'ai acheté le pain. I'm working on past tense at the moment. J'ai acheté le pain.
Yeah, I'm doing a bit of past tense at the moment.
It's good. It's good to have another tense.
Yeah, German, it's more like Ich warte zum Grillparty. They're always going to barbecues.
Oh, I love it. I'm always learning about Senegal.
Oh, interesting.
I'm always talking about Senegal. I think what they do is try to make it like inclusive of countries that speak French that aren't France, which is nice. But it does smack a little of like, listen, I'm just an idiot from South England. I'm not sure how often I'm going to go to Senegal. It doesn't come up a lot in my life.
You're not a diplomat or something, and diplomats shouldn't be learning via Duolingo.
Yeah. Also, like, I maybe football. I feel like Senegal may be a footballing nation. I'm not into that. Anyway, it's not just for me, though. This is a very me-centric view of the world that I'm coming out with.
Yeah, there might be people in neighboring countries of Senegal jazzed about the fact that all this stuff's coming up.
Yeah. I bet there's people in the Côte d'Ivoire like, listen up, we got colonized. Allow us in on the language, thank you.
They do, like, Duolingo's pretty woke. Like, all of the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
They like to cram a little moral into a lot of them and whatnot.
Good, Duolingo. We need more subterfugian woke ideas being smuggled in by a green owl that's fascist.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. We need more big corps getting in on the woke brigade.
I was talking to oldest sister of the podcast about this at the weekend because she was being cranky about something, and I said, God, I bet Oscar's your favourite.
Oldest sister of the podcast being cranky about something.
Right? I said, I bet Oscar's your favourite Duolingo character.
Which one's Oscar?
The one that does the antiques, the like bougie guy.
Oh, I think the characters are different.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do you have? I have Lynn, Lily, Oscar.
I have a dude called Oscar, but he's never peddled antiques in my lessons.
Oh, does he not? In the listening one, He's like sitting at an antiques desk and people are talking about items.
Oh no, I don't have that. I don't. I have late nights with Lynn.
Oh yeah, I have late nights with Lynn.
Yeah, and she looks like you, so that's always nice.
Yeah, she's
and
friendly.
Falstaff's Guide to Humans.
Yeah.
I have those two. I don't have
Oh,
any
you
others.
don't have Oscar's Antiques?
No.
Wow. Maybe Germans aren't into antiques, Ron.
No.
They have a touchy history with the past. Oh, Gnocchi episode. Hello,
Say meow,
you
meow.
scandalous rat catcher.
Hi, Gnocchi. Say meow meow.
How is it sleeping in a house with a cat?
Actually, fine. She has mellowed out so much in her old age.
Maybe she's learned what happens when she's too annoying is you go away for a few years.
Yeah.
So Ron moved back to Brussels over the weekend. How did that go, Ron?
It was surprisingly smooth. It started off on a slightly stressed note because the man arriving with the van to take all the stuff just appeared 2 hours early. So he was like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, "Honestly, no." But yeah, then we got that done, and then because of that, he was then 2 hours early on the other side. And then he made the questionable decision to just park in a disabled parking space for like 2 hours. And then he was texting us like, "Can I drop off the stuff?" And we were like, "You can come to the flat. You can't drop off the stuff because we have to get a lift to hoy everything through the window." It's kind of how Brussels works. And then that was a whole palaver because we'd like reserved all the space out the front. And then someone still parked there, so we had to get their car towed. Yeah. But no, it's all smooth. And then after the stuff arrived on Sunday, we just really powered through and just sorted out the flat. So we have like 2 things left to do. And then everything's done.
Yeah. Brazilian resident again.
100%.
Brasilianius.
Yeah, and this flat's a lot smaller than the last one, but it's already way more like homey. Actually feels like a place people live.
I was thinking our next Patreon episode that we're due to record was supposed to be Laura's Guide to Istanbul. I don't feel much like talking about Istanbul having not made it on my fucking holiday. Did we ever do an episode about the history of Brussels?
No, we didn't.
Oh, you don't sound enthused about it though, Ron.
No, you've been to Belgium. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah, but it must have an interesting past. Napoleon.
Yeah, there's a
Delft?
bus stop called
No,
Ambiorix.
that's the Netherlands, isn't it?
Which was a Gallic?
Gallic?
Celtic chieftain in the area.
Well, we'll have a think, but let me tell you, we're not doing fucking Istanbul because...
Do you want to tell the listeners about that?
Oh, I'm sure they've seen me whining about it. So when I got back from illustrator of the podcast's wedding, I accidentally washed my passport. But upon washing my passport sort of seemed fine to me. It didn't even wash the stamps off the pages, which I realised probably means I need a new washing machine. But I thought, well, this is great. Everything's fine. Not really a problem. It's a bit tatty around the edges, but that's about it. I think I'll get away with this for Istanbul, because you can see everything. Well, I did not get away with it for Istanbul. They just said no. Do you know what was really annoying, though, is they didn't just say no. They said, oh, but why don't you book on a different airline? I'm sure another airline would accept it. And I was like, you can go and get fucked. Sorry, you're just, you don't want to. I'm fine, whatever rules that is. But then just casually go, why don't you throw another couple of £100 on a gamble as to whether you can go? And just suggesting oh, well, there's this flight. I'm like, I was only going to be there for 48 hours total. And then I got quite cross with a border control man, Ron, which looking back now, I'm like, probably don't get cross with those guys. So, because they wouldn't let me on the plane. You can't just then go home. You have to wait for them to take you home because you can't get back to normal side of the airport because you're on airside. You can't just go back through security, you know?
Huh.
So I had to sit there waiting for these people who'd just ruined my week to take me back. And then you have to go through passport control, but you get like shuffled through. So obviously the queue's looking at you like, who's this asshole? And you're like, yeah, sorry, having a worse time than you, shut up. And then the woman was like, oh, can I just take her through? And he was like, passport? And I showed it and he was like, oh, yes. And I was like, yep, cool, that's fine. And then he was like, okay, so here's what I would do. When you get home, apply for a new passport. And I just went, oh, brilliant. Thanks, mate. Yeah, because what I was going to do was to carry on trying to fly on this one so I can do this every time I have to be somewhere. And I just picked up my passport and I walked away. And I know that that's not nice to somebody who was just doing their job, but the fucking patronising tone on that man when I was obviously very upset and not... oh, my God. Steam was coming out of my... It's really not like me to snap at somebody like that, but my God. Yeah, I thought he was going to come out with some sort of wisdom about applying for a refund or not just... So what I would do is when I get home, I take my shoes off, I turn the lights on if it's dark. If I was thirsty, I'd have a drink of water. Then I'd take my laptop and I'd open it up and I'd put my passport in. I don't know what your passport might be. Your password might be maybe a pet's name. Or, I mean, I hope it's not. Oh, fuck off! Just let me go and order another megabus back to my parents' house. But then, here was a weird, like, kind of a beautiful thing that came out of a sad bit, Ron. So I was at the megabus stand and I was very, very sad. I think it was hard than just losing out on holiday because I was on my own. It was my fault. Tom was already in Istanbul and obviously I hadn't seen him for a week. It was meant to be for my birthday and you know how I feel about my birthday, Ron.
You love it.
So I was sad. And then
then you had to go hang out with Mum.
She was very nice. You know how she's great when you're down?
Yeah. The woman's great in a crisis.
Yeah, she was lovely. They were both lovely. We watched Crocodile Dundee too.
Interesting.
Anyway, so I was there. I was crying at the megabus stand, right? And I was, and this lovely couple came over, and I've forgotten his name, but her name was Leslie, and he was her husband. And they'd just come back from Lanzarote with the grandkids. And so I was having a nice chat with them. And then I said, like, oh, well, my husband's already out there because he had a cruise that finished out there. And they said, oh, we're going on a cruise in December. And I said, oh, are you? What cruise line are you going with? And they said P&O, and they were going to the Canaries in December. And I had a look at Tom's calendar and I was like, you're not there over these dates, are they? And they were like, we are. And I said, well, when you're on that cruise, go and watch the entertainment. It will be an improv group called The Noise Next Door, and that's my husband. And you can tell him you met his snivelling little wife at a megabus stand back in September. But what a weird coinkydink.
Yeah, funny.
I love stuff like that. They were so friendly and nice and just sweet and lovely. And it was just like, oh, like the world feels like it's going to fucking hell in a hand basket. And not that not getting to go on a holiday is the biggest tragedy, but it did feel sort of like indicative of all this red tape and getting to countries and like your value is on your country. And if your piece of paper isn't clean enough, it just made me feel all like, ugh, sick of the world.
And it's a 1-2 punch. One of like, you feel like you're battling against the machine, and like logic doesn't help, which I always find really frustrating in those scenarios where you're just like, you can see this is me. You can see I've got a passport. You can see all the stamps. How could this possibly be an issue? And then the other one of just, I don't know. I find it a very... like the feeling of wasting a bunch of money is a very specific feeling in the tummy. Yes,
especially because this is a holiday that I booked, I think 6 or 7 months ago. And money was a lot easier then. It's not been an easy year for money for me. And so it was already, I was like, oh, we shouldn't be doing this trip because we're in a different situation than we were when I booked it. But it was like, well, I've booked it and it's non-refundable. So let's just do it. Double galling. But hey, listen up. It'll be fine. Ron.
Last thing on that.
Yeah?
After my trip to Sweden, I am a massive travel insurance convert.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will be getting that next time because when we were stranded in, Christ, what was that place called? The place on the coast. I'm too tired. When we were stranded on the
No, that's
No.
Norway.
Yeah, we were in Norway at the time. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, and then the train got cancelled on the way back. And friend of the podcast, Noah, his travel insurance would have paid for a cab to drive us like 7 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and silly old me had to pay for the. We ended up getting a flight because we did find that as an alternative. And silly old me, I had to pay for that myself because my travel insurance was not as good as his.
Yeah, well, let me know where he gets his travel insurance, because maybe they'd have come down and just had a stern word with the airline.
Maybe they would have.
Listen, Ron, we're doing season 3 today. We're going into biology singular A level.
Mm-hmm.
Kapow, kapow. And
Yes.
listen up. Here's what we're thinking is going to be different. 1, we're not going to wait a week for the quiz. We're going to get this information in the week we learn it. 2, there's not going to be a 3-week break between every time we learn a subject. We're going to be hammering it fairly regularly, keeping it in there. 3, Ron's passionate. We're Kokios with
biology.
a passion now. It's a startup. We've not been drafted in from another company to just run things soullessly. We believe in this.
We believe in it. We love biology. There's far less maths in biology, which I think is good for content. And yeah, I mean, in hindsight, how were you ever going to remember some of this stuff, you know? There was weeks, sometimes months in between, like, talking about a specific topic.
Absolutely. So now let's get down to business to defeat the cells because of biology. So we're gonna play that school bell, and when you wake up, it's going to be science.
Dring!
Why is our bell Scottish?
New season, new bell.
Yeah. Maybe we should change all the sound effects.
New intro music?
If you want.
All right. On 3, we improvise a new
Okay.
improv. 1, 2, 3.
Shwee, shwee, shweety, shwee, shwee. You're doing Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Oh, I was doing some violins.
Do it again?
Shwee, shwee, shwee,
Oh.
shwee, shwee.
I thought you were saying shriek, shriek, shriek. It's probably closer.
That's my inner monologue screaming.
Okay, Laura, so it depends. It was kind of a weird one prepping for this because I have absolutely no idea how much we're going to get through, because some of the stuff that I'm about to tell you might just be like, yes, we covered this nay months ago. Or it might be a classic, you know, it might be as if you've never heard any of this before.
Ooh, it's always fun to be surprised.
Yeah, so it's going to be more of a scene setting lesson as well. We might not even, it depends how much we get through, because what we're going to talk about, at least at the start, there aren't really questions on that I could find in past papers, because it's more just kind of the context and the topic rather than something you could answer questions about.
Okay, just for listeners at home that are fans of the gel pens, I tried to use a red gel pen here to start. It's not working. It's going to go straight in the bin.
Wow.
I'm just going to throw it away. No more fighting over gel pens that don't want to work. I've picked up another red gel pen. This one does work. And I've written season 3 at the top of the page.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So, Laura, we're going to talk about biological molecules at the beginning.
Biological molecules. If you're going to buy a molecule, why not buy a logical molecule? Better than those irrational molecules that we call women. How about that?
I liked it. It
Thanks.
was very, you know, have you ever played the Fallout games?
Oh, yeah, they did one in the 50s, didn't they?
That's when the bombs dropped. So
Oh.
yeah, it was. But then the science is different to how we have it. So it's all very that.
Yeah,
Quite a good
everything in
pastiche.
that looks like that game, Food Game Magnate.
Yes.
Food Chain Magnate.
Or what's the other one? Howdy Neighbor. What's it called?
Oh, yeah, Welcome to.
Welcome to. That's it.
They
I
should
can't
have
believe you
called
got
that Howdy Neighbor.
Laura.
I just found a piece of spinach really stuck to my computer.
Disgusting.
No, I make a spinach salad, Ron. That is the best way to eat spinach, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah?
So absolutely raw spinach. You just chop it up, rough it up a bit, duff it. Duff that spinach, right? Put it in a bowl. Lentils. I use green ones. Rinse them, or if you're using dried.
You really sound like you're losing confidence in this salad as you're
I was just trying to remember. Trying to remember what it is.
You are wilting.
Like spinach. I've been duffed up. Not Hillary duffed either. One of the lab rats sent me a Chad Michael Murray gift the other day, and I thought, I love our little world.
Oh. Mike said that Chad Michael Murray is the only thing we can't make interesting. And that stung.
Fuck you. We will keep going until we do. Lentils, Run. Feta cheese, crumbled. Mix all of those three together. Add sumac, half a lemon's juice, and salt.
Sounds delish. I love lentils in a salad. I love sumac.
Yeah, that is the best way to eat spinach, in my opinion.
Spinach is very nutritious. A lot of iron, a lot of fibre.
This is what I'm trying to do, Ron. I'm trying to get no shower poops, and so that I can give blood. I'm trying to eat spinach, and I ate all that spinach, and I also ate that aubergine recipe that I sent you last night. That was really good.
You sent me an aubergine recipe last night?
Yeah. In the games group. So Tom, assuming I would make it to Istanbul, bought me a Turkish cookbook for my birthday, because we weren't really doing presents because we were going to Istanbul. So he just got me a sort of token cookbook full of Turkish food. And I was like, do you know what? I made us a 3-course feast last night. No, 2 courses really, but a few different dishes in the main. So I made sticky, spicy aubergines. Why are you making that face?
Don't worry. I was thinking about not what you were talking about.
Oh.
It was really boring. I was just like, is Tom in Istanbul right now? And then I was like, no, probably not, because Laura and I had plans to record today, even if she was going to Istanbul. And then I was like, did Tom just chase himself around the bedroom in Istanbul for 3 days on his own?
No, Tom, the most adorable man in the world, got straight on a flight home.
Oh.
He got 2 flights back to the UK, one across Turkey, one back to the UK, landed in Stansted, and then got a train from Stansted to Somerset so he could be with me for my birthday.
Oh, that's really sweet.
He is the best in the whole wide world. We gave our hotel room, because we splashed on a fancy hotel room. We gave that to some friends of ours who were also on the trip with us, but who had a less fancy hotel room. We let them have ours. So sticky, spicy aubergines, Ron. You fry up the aubergines, let them absorb all the oil. Then you pat the oil out of them a little bit.
Interesting.
Then mix them up with rose harissa paste and honey. Stick them in a
Delish.
and then toasted sesame seeds, nigella seeds, and spring onions and coriander.
That sounds delish.
Yeah, it was delicious. And then
harissa is a difficult one. If you overdo it, it's very overpowering.
Yeah, this though, I think it was 1 tablespoon of harissa paste to 2 tablespoons of honey. So it was much more sweet than spicy. It was just like a hot honey flavour, like a warm honey feeling.
I made your harissa rocket potato salad recently. And I made quite a lot because I don't eat a lot of potatoes. So I was just like, I'm just going to turn this whole bag of potatoes into this salad. And then after 3 days, I was a bit like, you know what? I could eat something different now. But I did have quite a bit left. And then so I was like, the gentle boy was around, and I think he was just picking stuff up from my house. And I was like, oh, do you want to stay for dinner? I've got loads of potato salad. And he's not a potato salad kind of person. You could see the disappointment in his eyes. He was like, made some excuses and then was like leaving and stuff. And I was like, well, I am hungry, so I'm going to start getting my food ready. He saw the potato salad, tried a little bit, and then tried to worm his way back into that invite.
Such a good potato salad.
It's really good. I don't like potatoes, but I go fucking hog crazy for that potato salad.
Yeah, it is a genuine. What is in that one? It's potatoes,
It's mackerel. It's the smoked
mackerel,
mackerel that really.
harissa. Has it got a sour cream element in it, or is it?
I think your recipe calls for creme fraiche, but sour cream will do.
Yeah, creme fraiche. Bit of lemon juice and salt and stuff. Tomatoes, de-seeded tomato flesh.
Oh, I just chop up cherry tomatoes and whack those guys in.
Yeah.
I don't de-seed them.
And
And I put
rocket
red
leaves.
onion in and rocket.
Yeah, red onion. Yeah, red onion. It's one of the only recipes I like raw onion in.
Oh, I love raw onion. It doesn't agree with me, but I
No,
do like
do
it.
you burp it for the rest of your life?
No, I poop it out immediately.
Biological molecule.
Biological molecules. Laura, gee, how long have we been recording? This
25 minutes.
Bloody hell.
But if you think about that, Ron, that's 10 to 15 minutes of intro. We've only actually been in the lesson for 10 minutes.
That's still not good, Laura. The Scottish bell rung 10 minutes ago and you've not learned a jot. Laura, we're starting biological molecules.
I've learned never to feed you raw onions in a field.
Make sure I'm within dashing distance to a shower.
No, the shower is for tricky poos, not ready poos.
I feel like once you open the gate to pooing in the shower, it's fair game. Laura, we're starting off right at the beginning.
Do you think you could poop in your shower? like
I guess.
I don't know if I could open the gates. I don't know if I could do it.
Yes, you could.
I don't know how I would feel about myself afterwards.
Would you? Right, so if I told you I'd pay for an all-inclusive trip to Istanbul at a time that suits you for the whole family, if you went downstairs and pebble dashed the shower, you're saying you couldn't do that?
I'd question why you wanted me to. Are there pictures of this going somewhere? What's in it for you?
Well, imagine it's not me. Imagine it's sort of like an evil kind of benefactor. Elon Musk is asking for it.
Oh, I won't do anything he says. No.
Okay. Well, okay, then maybe who's a bit more mid? Wes Streeting.
Oh, I hate Wes Streeting. No, I won't do anything he says.
Tim Stanley?
I don't know who he is. Did he invent the knives?
I think I've said the wrong name. Tim Stanley is he's a commentator. I think pretty right wing.
No, I won't do anything. No. I just think I'm probably not ever going to poop in my shower.
What's the name of the guy that's the head of the Lib Dems?
Oh. Like probably Andrew? They're a very
Episode
Andrew.
title, probably Andrew. Ed Davey.
Ed. No, is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Ed Davey. And what if Ed Davey asked you to?
Is he going to do it too so that we've got mutual destruction?
If I think he will, but he would your shower though, not his.
I don't want to clean up Ed Davies' shit out of my shower. Do I have to clean it all up?
You have to clean yours up.
And then he's taking me to Istanbul.
I mean, he's just paying for it, all-inclusive trip.
Yeah, all right.
Wow, Ed Davey is what it took.
Listen, somebody's got to benefit from all that money you guys paid for your education thanks to the Lib Dems. And if it's me going to Istanbul, fair play.
Now I'm just looking at a list of Lib Dem leaders.
Why?
Don't know.
Lib
Joe
Dems was a
Swinson
big...
wasn't around for very long.
No. Lib Dems were always the big party where we grew up.
Yes, because of what's his face?
Jeremy Brown?
Maybe Jeremy Brown. Probably Andrew. Andrew Brown.
Andrew Brown.
Anyway.
Biological molecules.
Laura, I've said this about 4 times now, but we're going to start at the beginning with biological molecules. Laura, for 10 points, please tell me what a molecule is.
A molecule is a pair of atoms.
Explain. Because no.
Remember about 24 minutes ago where you were like, hey, and some of this, you might be like, hey, why are you telling me this again? We did it 2 weeks ago.
Well, it seems like a good time to bring this up, but no, that's not what I said. I said, I don't know if you're going to remember any of this.
I thought a molecule was like when 2 elements have joined together. Like a water molecule is hydrogen and oxygen joined together.
Yes, that is true. But
so is it a group of elements?
So it's a group of atoms, but there is one distinguishing feature of a molecule that would separate it from, let's say, sodium chloride, which would be a group of atoms that, can form a thing.
It's covalent bonding.
That bingo. That's the bit that you really have to log that away. Molecules equal covalent bonds.
Okay, yes, we have done this. We have, Ron.
Laura, we've done this a multitude of times.
Okay, I'm going to reach for the purple gel pen. Oh, that one's got a little bubble in the ink, though. This one's not going to last forever. This is a glitter gel. And I'm going to underline the covalent bond section there.
Laura?
Yes.
What am I going to ask you next?
What's biological?
No, what's a covalent bond?
Covalent bond is sharing an electron.
Very close. Sharing a pair of electrons.
Sharing a pair of electrons.
Electrons like to live in pairs. So,
well,
if you have an electron on its own, not in a pair, it likes to buddy up with the electrons from another atom and form a pair. And then that holds them together.
Yes. They don't actually like to be in a pair, though. They like to meet a stranger to pair up with. They don't pair up in their own family unless forced to.
No, they do.
No, they all take a single seat on the bus first.
Yes, they all take a single seat on the bus, but that's more out of social pressure, not out of the fact that they don't want a buddy, because they love a buddy.
Yeah, but they like a new buddy off a different atom.
Well, no, because, for example, if you had argon, all full seats and they're all happy, you couldn't wrench those guys away from their bus buddy if you wanted to.
Oh.
Yeah, I think just electrons don't know what they want.
Yeah. Maybe what it is, Ron, they have an intense sense of duty. So they want to be together, but they know if they all crowd onto one side of the bus is going to flip over. So they spread out and cope with their solitude.
But I think it's true to life, because if you're getting on the bus with a friend, maybe not child of the podcast, maybe you even do this with husband of the podcast, because he is a huge man. But when you're getting on the bus with a friend, if it's empty, you're not sitting next to them. You sit behind them and you chat like that across the 2 seats.
Yeah. Then you get neck-ache because you're 39 now and you can't do that.
No. That's why you've got to be the one sat behind the other person. Make them turn.
Yeah.
Be the savviest electron.
Yeah.
Okay, Laura. Molecules. Covalent bonds. Lock it. Okay?
Trying to.
Biological. What is the common theme with biological molecules, Laura?
They are non-metals.
Well, all molecules are non-metals. A molecule, or a covalent bond, rather, forms between two non-metals.
Mm-hmm. So I was right.
Not quite, because, for example, plastic is a molecule. Actually, scrap that. Plastic is a
Your
molecule.
edit it out.
What's TNT is a molecule, trinitrotoluene, but it's not. It's not biological, but it doesn't fit the rule either. Basically, what I'm saying is it's carbon. It's all about carbon.
Carbon.
Organic chemistry, study of carbon, basically. Not all organic molecules are biological, but it is. But I guess biological molecules are just kind of a branch of organic chemistry.
Okay. So what was the question and what was the answer?
I was trying to lead you down the path to carbon, but then I kept on getting sidetracked in my own brain because I was like, well, it's about carbon. And then I was bringing up non-biological things that are also made of carbon, like plastic and TNT. So I don't know. I lost the thread with it. Don't worry about it.
Everything is carbon.
Can you name some biological molecules, Laura?
A hydroxyl group.
That's a functional group. But it is a common part of biological molecules. So I'll give you sort of 0.9% of a point for that.
Ethanoic acid.
It's not a brilliant answer either, to be honest.
God, what does any of this mean? Amino acid?
Yes, amino acids. That's a good one.
Yes. Thanks, notebook.
Let's stop guessing these now because you don't know them. What's fuel for your cells?
ATP.
Yes, that's the energy currency of the cells. Where does the ATP come from?
Ribosomes.
No.
Metabosols. What are they called?
Metabosols.
Multravotes. What were they called? There's one that begins with M that makes the ATP, I think. Mitochondria. That's it.
Yes, and why are you naming every single step? How does the mitochondria make the ATP, Laura?
DNA out of the membrane tells it the recipe.
What are you talking about?
The recipe is in the DNA.
The recipe for what?
Proteins.
Yeah.
Protein? Is protein the answer?
Sugar.
Sugar.
Food. That's where we get our energy from, isn't it? Fucking hell. There's some real classic just saying stuff.
No, I said all the right stuff.
Laura, you said multravotes. Look me in the eye and tell me you said all the right stuff after shouting multravotes at me.
But it was the right letter it began with, and maybe the right number of syllables.
I know what an M is.
But
that's not going to impress me.
All right, Shania Twain. Oh, so you've got multravotes. Don't impress me much.
Oh, so you know 13 letters of the alphabet. That don't impress me much. Yeah. Shania Twain was such a big part of my childhood.
I saw her at Glastonbury a couple of years ago. So fun.
Fun, yeah. In that
So
just
sugar is a biological molecule.
carbohydrates is the family of molecules there, yes. So we've named proteins now, we've named carbohydrates, and you've named DNA, which is another one. That can be called nucleic acids. Okay?
No. What? So carbohydrates are a family of biological molecules.
Yep.
What else did you say?
Proteins, we talked about.
Yeah.
Nucleic acids.
Okay. Oh, there's such a persistent pigeon. It's been hanging out by my skylight lately.
That's nice for you.
It's quite nice, but it's loud, and it sort of reminds me of when the dogs are trying to come through the dog flap.
Maybe it saw you dealing with those dead pigeons recently, and
That broke my heart.
What is it where they think that the monster's like capturing things, but actually he's helping them out? What am I thinking of? It's not I Am Legend, but it's a bit like I Am Legend. Can't remember, but maybe, yeah, they think you're doing whatever that is that I can't think of.
Oh, yeah. So are they trying to kill me?
Mabes.
Oh.
But then they'll break in, and I think they will kill you ultimately, and just before the life snuffs out of your eyes, they'll realise that you were trying to help.
I've always been a friend to pigeons.
Yes, but maybe they don't know that.
Okay.
Lipids, yes, that's the other one,
Fats.
isn't it? Fats, absolutely. Carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, and lipids.
Okay, I'm reaching for an orange glitter gel, and I'm drawing little starry stars round all of these.
Whatever makes it stick.
If it makes it sticky, it's probably real bad.
Why?
You've got real bad hair today, Ron.
Thank you.
You've got like a whole bit just sticking off one woofy side.
Yeah.
It's very flock seagulls.
Lowdown dog. How can we use these molecules? Why are these molecules being universally had by all living things? Why is that evidence for evolution?
Because I don't quite know how to phrase it. Because commonality showing up across lots of things is indicative of having started at the same simple place and evolved out from there.
Exactly. And can you remember the name of that common simple place?
Luca.
Luca, yes, which stands for?
Last universal common ancestor.
Absolutely, yes. So basically, all life on Earth that we have thus far discovered, and I think we can assume all life on Earth, shares this common chemistry. We all process the same carbohydrates. Our membranes are all made out of the same phospholipids. DNA is the same no matter where you go. Some things use RNA.
Isn't it?
It is, yeah. But it's why, you can step out your door in the UK and, take a bite out of a juicy pigeon, and if you cooked it well and it wasn't disease-ridden, it'd be fine. You'd be nourished by it, and you can just as easily fly to Australia and eat a beetroot that was grown there. It's all the same, even though everything's part of the same system. It uses the same building blocks as us, even though we are vastly different. And things like plants we separated from those billions of years ago, but they still use the same mechanisms as us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big,
Cool.
isn't it? It's a big idea about the world.
How do you feel about that idea?
I think I'll wait to believe in evolution until it's proved, but I like it.
It is proved.
It's not proved, is it? It's a theory.
No. Well, there is a lot of evidence.
Yeah. I
We
like
were
to
just kind of
examine evidence
talking-
with my own eyes via YouTube videos, you know?
We were just kind of talking about sort of a proof of evolution. In fact, I asked you to explain it, and you did.
Yeah, I'm just being a dickhead. Yeah, I think it's very cool that we are the world. Why can't you eat a rock then?
It's not alive, is it? It's made of different stuff.
Oh, why?
Why don't you give it a go? What are you talking about?
A rock's
What
not
do you
made.
mean? Why did you ask that question? Here's the quiz. What?
Could you eat a snail shell?
It's sort of. Yeah.
What snail shell's made of? Calcium, probably.
Maybe. It's a good question. Better question. Why can't you eat a rock? Calcium carbonate in a matrix of protein called conchiolin.
Like
Good
a
name.
conch.
Like a conch.
Oh. Yeah, all right. It's all about the stomach acid, really, as to why you don't eat some things, isn't it? Can't digest a bone because your stomach acid's not strong enough.
That's not what stomach acid is for. Bloody hell.
What? I thought that was for breaking stuff down.
Stomach acid, I think, does help break stuff down. But as far as I understand, stomach acid is mainly like an antiseptic.
Oh.
It like kills bacteria and stuff and parasites on what we've eaten.
Wow.
Yeah. The breaking down is largely done. Paste, you wench! There we go. Is largely done by enzymes in your stomach acid. And actually in your mouth as well. Do you remember when I got you to chew that bread for ages?
Yeah, that tasted like glue.
Yeah. So I've just sent you the Tree of Life, starting at Luca.
Yeah, you got Luca on the bottom. Big guy. Popular around here. You've got two branches coming off Luca. One goes left, it's called bacteria. Hundreds of the guys. All got stupid names. They sound Greek. Then, on the other side... What?
I know you didn't mean it like that, but that didn't sound great. Nobody clip that up.
What?
They've got stupid names. They sound Greek.
You know me. I'm famously anti-Greek. They're all called Aquafex, Thermatoga. Aquafex refreshes your breath naturally. On the other side of this spiky thing, it goes red. It was blue on the bacteria side. Don't know if I said that. Then we go red for a short distance, and then what? That one branches off into two separate colours. Up go the archaea. They carry on in the red. These guys, these all sound more like they're the Troy guys. Thermococcus, Methanococcus, Methanobacterium. And then brown carries on. These are the eukaryota. We've got diplomonads, microsporidia, trichomonads. These sound more Roman-y to me.
Missing out a couple of the big hitters there from eukaryota, animals, fungi, and plants.
Yeah. Well, that's
yes.
your Augustus Caesar, your Brutus, your bits you've heard of, you know?
Yeah, and we don't like to talk about the bits people have heard of on this podcast.
No. We're much more interested in the ones no one's heard of. Your Diocletians.
So Luca was believed to be around 4 billion years ago.
And when we say Luca, we're talking like a molecule?
No. We're talking about a cell.
A cell. A single-celled organism, probably?
Yes.
Okay.
So Luca, sort of the bit that we're kind of talking about all of this, Luca had all of this common chemistry that we're talking about. Luca had RNA and nucleotides in the way that we have them. Luca had proteins. Luca had a phospholipid bilayer. Luca had it wouldn't have had a nucleus. But yeah, Luca had all of these things that all things share.
Yeah.
And that's why we know Luca existed, because we all share the things that it had.
And there would have been other things similar to Luca around at the time, but Luca is the one that survived?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have no idea what else might have been swimming around in those little primordial oozes. They could have had vastly different chemistries, potentially. But we have absolutely no idea. The system that Luca evolved turned out to be the winning one and gave fruit to all life on Earth as we know it.
Yeah. And vegetables.
Yeah, vegetables are alive.
Yeah, you just said it gave fruit to everything that was alive, and I said, and vegetables.
I see.
It was a little joke, Ron.
Very good, very good.
Ooh.
So, Luca, 4 billion years ago.
It's a long time.
Yeah. Animals and fungi, that last split on the eukaryote tree there,
Yeah.
that was 1.5 billion years ago. So we're talking like 2.5 billion years of just bacteria, archaea, single-celled organisms palling around.
Yeah.
Then we split from like plants and fungi and stuff in the last 2 billion years. Everything that all multicellular life has evolved in that time.
So multicellular life about 1.5 billion years ago.
So no, it would have been a long time after that. That's just when we split from fungi.
Right,
and obviously
right.
Fungi,
Okay.
on a chemistry, like a biochemistry level, vastly different to us. They have cell walls even. How long have we been recording?
54 minutes.
About time for an outro, I reckon. So that's biological molecules. That's going to set us up for going into the next bits. Next up, we're going to talk about monomers and polymers.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about condensation reactions, hydrolysis reactions. We're going to talk about carbohydrates and all of the different groups that happen with them.
We're a big fan of all of those things.
We love it. Well, welcome to season 3, Laura.
Yeah, all right. I feel like that was good revision of things. I know we have already done them, but, it's fun, this subject.
It is, and yeah, we're recording again on Friday.
Yep.
And we'll just build on this. We're not chops and change and going over to chemistry. Like, oh, look at my electrons. No, it's just bio, history, bio.
Yeah, because the 4th episode every month is going to be History GCSE.
Yes, and yeah, for now, 4th, if we think that's too much bio in a row, maybe we'll tweak it, maybe we'll throw in something else, but currently that's the plan.
I don't think it will be too much bio, Ron, because I think most of today's episode was about the Lib Dems and pooping.
Yes, probably Andrew.
I'm not sure anybody's going to listen to this and go, it was just a little bit too much science for me. The science overwhelmed the fun.
Well,
I've sent you a picture of my notebook, Ron, so that you can schedule it in the promo next week. It's your promo week next week.
oh, I did commit to that from October, and
Yeah,
here we
you
are,
did.
October the 1st.
And listen up, Ron, because of Comedy Bureau going live, I think we're having a little boom time on Lexx as well in terms of numbers. We've had good downloads. Last 28 days, we're up 72% on downloads.
Sick. Yeah, let's capitalize.
So we want to keep pushing it. We want to do 2 to 3 social media posts a week, getting the word out there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's. It would be good to have a tick box list of what to do every week, but we don't have to talk about that now because we're recording a podcast.
Yeah.
I did listen to all of Comedy Bureau though.
Thanks.
Bashed it out in the day that I texted you about it. I started listening and I did not stop.
It's all right, isn't it? It's working. Like it's a bit first series. We've got things to work out, but I'm pretty pleased with it.
My only note for it is you guys very often in it say, "Oh, I could talk about this all day," and I'm like, do it then.
Well, here's the thing.
Like, this is a niche podcast for nerds. Anyone would be very happy if you guys got into the weeds with it.
A few people have said this. They've said longer episodes, please. And like, there's so much more you could have covered there. And I think that's the thing with this is that everything, like the episode of What is Laughter, you know, we barely scratched the surface. But so this week's episode is Are Women Funny? That's coming out on Thursday. And then the next 3 weeks...
That's going to be the shortest episode ever.
Oh, yeah. No. Out of here. The next 3 weeks, we go back to sort of What is Laughter in much more deeper. So each of those 3 theories of comedy that we discussed in that one, we're doing an episode on each one of them. So we do incongruity, then we do release, then we do superiority. So we're trying to sort of... we will go further into the weeds, but it's just a case of finding the right subject to go deep with it, because, you know, if you just say what is laughter and try and cover that in one, it's too big. So you have to kind of do it as an overview, then go back in and go like, right, now we'll do this branch and we'll do it in a bit more.
Yeah.
Like we did an episode on posters, which won't be out until like mid next year, but we did an episode on posters, which you'd think like, what is there to say particularly? And even with that, we're like, right, we're going to have to do a second posters episode because we didn't quite get round to like what X, Y, and Z means. Like,
yeah. And I mean, like you guys were recording those at the Comedia, so much more of a time limit, but that, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the first 4 episodes, that's all. We recorded all of those in one day. And that was our first day of recording and was a bit like, oh God, what are we doing? So.
But yeah, I think it's a niche podcast for nerds, so go for it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's going well. I really enjoyed it. But then it's also, as we've discussed, I mean, we have a segment on our Patreon that is basically like the proto Comedy Bureau where we talk about this stuff. Because, so it's,
we love it.
Very made for me. But, you know, good job, Laura. Well done.
Thanks, Ron. And good job us on starting A-Level again. This was good.
This was good. Well, hopefully next week after all of this promo, we'll have 100 patrons to welcome. But this time it's no.
But we have got 2 live shows coming up as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget about those, lads. We have got on the 15th of October, we are at the Old Library on Knights Hill in London. That's a Wednesday night as part of the West Norwood Comedy Festival. And
Wait,
then,
that's on Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday the 15th.
Oh, fuck's sake. I thought it was on the Tuesday.
Might just be me at that one.
No, it's fine. I'm flying back from Dublin on the Tuesday, and I got missing like half a day of work so I could get to London on time for this fucking thing.
I'm pretty sure it's in my diary on the Wednesday.
I checked our WhatsApp and it was there on and it said Tuesday.
I will double check.
Yes.
And then we are at Cheerful Earful Podcast Festival again on the 18th. So come to that.
Yeah. If you don't live in London, just get a hotel. It's only like 4 days. That was only 1,500 quid?
Yeah.
It's fine.
or join the Patreon, and you can listen to them when we put them out. But for now, thanks for listening. We love you.
Class dismissed.
Oh my God, he takes his time.